Okay, Judy, we're looking at measure 18. Trying to put this B section together for you. All right, so that at least puts it all together for you, so you can hear it. I missed a bass note one time, I think, but at least you hear how it's supposed to sound. Now let's talk about the phrases, okay? Now, I was trying to tell you in the lesson how the rhythms sort of evolve to give you a sort of complex middle section of the B section. But we start off with this... whatever that is. I'm going to do it again. But anyway, we want to end on the bass note there. So this first bass note is just kind of on its own, okay? It's coming out of the A section, really. We're going to play it, and then the real phrase starts here. That's the first phrase, okay? That gets us to the first beat of measure 18, 19, 20, okay? So we start here. That's phrase 1, okay? The next phrase begins on this 5 and 7 of measure, the same measure we just were on, 18, 19, 20, measure 20. So we start here. Okay? Now, this is an example of ending on a bass note, but because the next thing is triplets, I want to connect those triplets. So from what I just told you, you would have connected the next bass note A in measure 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, but you're not. So when you do this next measure on 22, this bass note A goes with the triplet. Okay, it needs to go with it. So again, phrase 2 sounds like this. Okay, you end on the low E there at the end of those 2 measures there. Okay, so the third phrase starts here on the triplet. There at the end of the line. Okay, same thing. It doesn't add the next bass note because the next bass note goes with the triplet. Okay, so this ends up being 22 and 23, those 2 measures together. You actually play the first note. You just play them straight through. This phrase is just 2 measures together. That's measure 3. That's phrase 3. Phrase 4 does the exact same thing. 2 measures in a row. You make sure you're playing this bass note E. It's a low E there. Okay, that's phrase 4 again. Sorry, here it comes again. For some reason I can't grab that D. One more time. That's it. That's phrase 4. Phrase 5, we're going to just treat it like it's these 2 measures again. So you'll be used to practicing the next little bit because it's going to feel like what you've already done, breaking up into two measure sections. That should feel like a phrase. It's really this long phrase here. These next 4 come together as one long phrase. It should sound like this. It should feel like it's kind of rolling down a hill. But it's still okay to think of it as phrase 5 being up here on the high part. that is. Do it again. Let that be phrase 5, and then phrase 6 will start on the open A chord. Not open, but the A chord. Like that. Again, phrase 6. Okay, which gets us to phrase 7 now. Yeah, I think that's the way to do this too. You put those two together, those two measures, the way we just did it, just right here. Yeah, I'm not going to give you this phrase here. I want you to just keep practicing the top of page 2 like you have. I think if you treat it like the 6 phrases here that I just gave you, I think that's smarter. So that gives us, I'll walk you through it on the page if I can. Let me think about it. You play this open note. Boom, ba 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 ba. Boom. This phrase ends there. Phrase 1. Okay. Phrase 2 starts here. Ba 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 ba. Boom. This open note here. Okay. That's the end of phrase 2. Phrase 3 needs this triplet, so we're going to play that. These are just these two measures together. Triplet 2 and 1. A 2 and. Then we come down here and we do the same thing. I can't see backwards, but yeah, same idea here. Start on the open note. Triplet 2 and 1, a 2 and. That's the next phrase. Next phrase here is going to go just the high part. Triplet 2 and triplet 2 and. That's the end of that. And the last phrase. Triplet 2 on the A chord. Triplet 2 and triplet triplet. Hopefully that makes sense. It's really just a matter of kind of getting through those first 2 there to make it. The first 2 phrases of that section are important because it sets the tone for what the rest of the thing sounds like. But hopefully just by hearing me play it in the beginning of this video and breaking it down a little bit, it'll help a little bit. All right, have a good one.